In this tutorial, we will learn how to use work units in AtomCraft. When several sound designers are working on the same game, you need to be able to divide the tasks between them. In AtomCraft, we can segment a project in work units. For example, you can choose to divide your project based on the type of sounds or their location in the game. Each work unit contains cue sheets. Their cues can reference audio materials that are either local to the work unit or global to the project. We're going to create 3 work units: SFX team, VO team, and music team. In the Work Units section of the project tree, right-click on the Work Units folder. Select New Object and click on Create Work Unit. The Add Work Unit window appears. It lets you name your work unit and specify if the materials it uses should be managed locally at the work unit level or globally at the project level. When you are done, click Add. Now repeat the same process for the other work units. This one is our VO work unit. And this one is our music work unit. We now have 3 work units in our project. Notice that each work unit has its own cue sheet. It is possible to exclude a work unit from editing in AtomCraft. This prevents you from making inadvertent changes to cues that have no connection to your work. It also speeds up loading and saves memory. To exclude a work unit from editing, right-click on the work unit you want to exclude and select Exclude the work unit from the editing. Its icon changes and you cannot see its content anymore. To make it editable again, simply right-click on it and select Include the work unit in the editing. When the work is divided in work units between different sound designers, using the version control feature of AtomCraft will make collaboration easier and safer. First, you need to install the client for the version control system used by your team, such as Subversion or Perforce. You will also need a corresponding plugin for AtomCraft. To know what version to use and how to configure version control, refer to the documentation. In this tutorial, we are using Subversion with the Turquoise SVN client. To set up the version control for your project in AtomCraft, first make sure you check out your project folder using your client. Open your AtomCraft project, select File, then Version Control from the menu, and finally choose Settings. The Version Control System Settings window appears. Select your version control system. Click on the Config button. In the new configuration window, select Local File Sharing for server type. Finally, click on the Accept button. In this tutorial, we are simply using the local file sharing option. If your version control server is on the network, select Web Server and add your login information. Now that the configuration is done, status icons are displayed in overlay on the items in the project tree. They will be updated when we edit and save the items in your project. To commit a change, right-click on the modified item, select Version Control from the menu, and finally choose Commit. It is also possible to do a batch commit. Select File, then Version Control from the menu, and finally choose Browser. The Version Control Browser window appears. Click on Commit All, write your comment, and click OK. In the version control browser, you can see the status of all the items in the project and material trees. If you right-click on a single item, you can update it, commit it, lock and unlock the item, add and revert an object, and see the related information. This concludes our tutorial about the work units in AtomCraft. It can help your team stay organized, and we encourage you to take advantage of this feature in your next project.